Jai Hind and good evening to our episode number 16, Dressing Room Ki Baatein, conceptualized by All India Cricket Association for the physically challenged. Every Sunday that we meet, our endeavor is to track the journey of an international cricketer and talk to him or her about the journey that they have had in the dressing room, on the ground, and also listen to some fascinating stories about their illustrious careers. Today, on today's episode number 16 of Dressing Room Ki Baatein, we have got another international cricketer who represented India and also played with great pride for the 41-time Ranji Trophy champions, Mumbai. Led Mumbai and also was a part of 101 first-class games with 357 wickets, played 3 test matches, 10 one-day internationals for India. And after he was done with his playing days, today he is the torchbearer of sports education and leads the company Indian Institute of Sports Management. So it's a pleasure to welcome to our episode former India cricketer, Mr. Nilesh Kulkarni. Nilesh sir, good evening and welcome to our episode number 16, Dressing Room Ki Baatein.
Thank you, Prasanna, for this wonderful introduction. I know it feels good after retirement to somebody is introducing you so well and remembering all your achievements on the cricketing playing days. And I'm happy that you have invited me to interact with all of you. It's an absolute pleasure. I'm looking forward to a wonderful interaction. Throw as many questions as you have. I'm happy to answer all of them.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So nice of you. Always a pleasure to talk to you because it's always a pleasure to listen to your TED Talks. And whenever you talk about motivation, what cricket has taught you, what it has given to you in life, we'll discuss all that as well. Just going back many years, when you started off, can you just share with us where actually that moment happened, where you took a ball in hand and thought that, okay, maybe I can become a cricketer if you can go back to your good old Dombivli days?
I think I experienced twofold ways. When as every Indian who's growing on the lanes in Mumbai aspired to become a cricketer because cricket becomes your oxygen. It's your next life. It's your second life. So that's how I was when I was growing up. My father is still an avid cricket fan. So he put me into cricket by saying, you should start playing cricket. So out of just the love, sheer interest, I started picking up my skills in cricket in Dombivli in school. Obviously, in those days, early 80s, cricket was not developed in that part of the world because, Dombivli, as you know, is more than 100 kilometers from BT. So, I had to really plan my way to go and find a way to practice and compete. So, it was always difficult. Even those days, Thane team was considered as an outsider team. We had 3 teams into under 15, under 17, under 19 structure. It was always considered as one extra team from that region. It was considered as that during those days. So it was always a struggle, which I enjoyed the most. But the turning point, if you ask me, was the BCA Mafatlal bowling scheme, which was initiated long back in late 80s and early 90s, where Sir Frank Tyson was the coach. He turned the table for me for my career. Because all the learnings, my understanding of the game, my analytical perspective towards the game, all changed after I became part of that camp. Because that gave me a assurance that yes, I can think of making a career because I fairly understand what all needs to be done. Frank sir empowered me the strengths and weaknesses I have, and that allowed me to introspect and then come up with my own plan of action. So in all fairness, that became my turning point and a decisive moment for my cricketing journey, which began and eventually had a decent run.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And so nicely that you said about that BCA Mafatlal bowling scheme and Frank Tyson's contribution to an entire generation of Mumbai cricketing bowlers, especially who benefited from that. But whenever we listen to you, Nilesh, sir, you always make it a point to say that you always admire parents who let their children pursue their dreams. You were also one of those children where your parents let you pursue your dream and gave you the complete freedom.
Absolutely, and I'm one of the lucky ones, and I acknowledge and accept that purely on one account. In those days when I started playing cricket, it was never a profession. Today, cricket is become a profession. So my parents believed in what I said to them. My parents believed in what I was doing. and allowed me to pursue my dream. And I always admire those parents who encourage their children to go out there and express themselves to make a career in what they liked and loved field. I always ask this question on multiple forums that, I am the lucky ones to make a career in my loved profession. How many of us become lucky to make a career in our love profession? You may have an interest in A, but you end up becoming B. So I personally feel, a parent deserves that respect and appreciation. In my case, yes, they allowed me because they always said that, beta, whatever you do, you make sure we are not expecting you to score 80% in your school, but we expect more than 100% when you're playing cricket. So that kind of an encouragement gave me sense of responsibility.
Yes, absolutely.
I am accountable of that trust which is empowered on my shoulder.
नहीं, कितना अच्छे से आप बता रहे हैं नीलेश सर, एंड आई एम श्योर कि जो प्लेयर्स, जो दिव्यांग क्रिकेटर्स सुन रहे हैं, वो भी इसको अपने सिस्टम में लाए ताकि उनको भी समझ में आए कि एज नीलेश सर सेड कि इट मेड यू रिस्पांसिबल, इट मेड यू अकाउंटेबल. सो यू स्टार्टेड टेकिंग विकेट्स, स्टार्टेड टू परफॉर्म द एज ग्रुप क्रिकेट, स्कूल क्रिकेट, एंड देन the debut for Mumbai came in 94-95. How was that feeling to represent Mumbai Ranji Trophy team, and as they say, with the lion on your chest?
See, कैसे है ना, you always have a dream at every stage. You prepare to achieve the next step. In academics, हम हमेशा सोचते हैं कि 10वीं के बाद 12वीं करेंगे, 12वीं के बाद graduation होगा. Likewise in cricket, you have these steps which you aspire to achieve. I'm no different. मैं जब क्लब क्रिकेट खेल रहा था, जूनियर क्रिकेट खेल रहा था, I always dreamt of playing for Mumbai. There were 2 players who were playing for Mumbai at that point of time. I was lucky, as I said, the BCA Mafatlal scheme turned my perspective, and the most important turning point was the National Cricket Club and Rashtriya Chemicals and Fertilizers. आपके कोच सुलक्षण कुलकर्णी, वो हमारे कप्तान थे उस वक्त RCF के. That made me believe that I can become a match winner. जो सुलक्षण कुलकर्णी ने मुझे जो कॉन्फिडेंस दिया था उस वक्त एज अ कैप्टन, तो हमारी जो पार्टनरशिप रही, it made me believe that yes, I belong to playing for Mumbai cricket. Because मैंने जब डेब्यू किया था, so I had heaps of wicket in my bank. वो कॉन्फिडेंस लेके मैं मुंबई टीम में आया था, which made me feel, बहुत बार क्या होता है, if you don't perform, you're always vulnerable. Confidence wise, ability you always have, but in your mind आप हमेशा डाउट लेते हो. But I always felt confident because in fact my first class debut is against West Indies at the Ranji Trophy. So it gave me confidence that yes, I can still do it and perform. So वो जो मेरा प्रोसेस था वो बहुत क्रिटिकल था, and I became hungry. अगर मुझे 5 विकेट मिल रहे तो मुझे 6 विकेट 7 विकेट लेने की हंगर थी, 7 से 8 9 विकेट लेने की. So then I become that person where my team can depend on. I developed that habit courtesy to club and the company which I played for. And the team people I got, Balwinder Singh Sandhu sir थे, he believed in me. Sulakshan as a captain, मुझे एक एंड से bowling हमेशा continue करता था. So I think that is something which as a player you want that trust from a captain or a coach or the players you play with.
Oh yes, absolutely. You spoke about the process, Nilesh sir. आपने कहा कि Rashtriya Chemicals and Fertilizers. You spoke about the National Cricket Club, once again an illustrious club which has got so many India players and Mumbai players. तो हमारे जो players हैं, दिव्यांग cricketers जो आपको सुन रहे हैं, उनको आप बता सकते हैं कि the kind of work that you did in terms of bowling in Kanga League matches, in Time Shield, bowling from one end, how did that make you sharpen your skills as a cricketer and as a professional as well?
सी, हमारे सारे फ्रेंड्स को, दिव्यांग फ्रेंड्स को एक ही चीज कहना चाहूंगा, अगर आप एक गोल अगर रखते हो तो वो अचीव करने के लिए दुनिया में कोई भी शॉर्टकट नहीं बनाए.
ट्रू.
आपको अगर वो अचीव करना है तो हार्डवर्क जरूरी है. वो जो प्रोसेस है वो आप बाईपास नहीं कर सकते, बिकॉज वही प्रोसेस आपको वो कॉन्फिडेंस देती है, आपको पूरा भरोसा आपको मिलता है कि आप बिलोंग करते हो. So, जब वो आप जाके परफॉर्म करते हो स्टेज पे, तब आपको वो बहुत इजी लगता है. Lot of time what we decide is yeah, I can do that. I believe I can do that. और मैं एक अच्छा एक इंसिडेंट देता हूँ. When I made my way into Indian cricket, मुथैया मुरलीधरन का तो नाम आप सभी लोगों ने सुना होगा. एक अच्छा किस्सा मैं आपके साथ शेयर करता हूँ. So when I was part of that 50-day tour in Sri Lanka, मुथैया मुरलीधरन was working on a दूसरा. as a variation. तब तक उसने दूसरा डाला नहीं था. And in the nets, मैंने देखा कि मुरलीधरन दूसरा डाल रहे. But in the entire series, not a single दूसरा ही bowled in a match. So after one day, पहले वनडे थे, फिर टेस्ट मैच हुए, फिर वनडे बाद में आए एशिया कप में. तो मैंने मुरली को पूछा कि तू क्यों नहीं कर रहा है? He gave me a very fantastic answer जो मेरे दिमाग में हमेशा रहा. He said, I don't feel confident of introducing this in a match. तो जब तक मैं प्रैक्टिस में वो मास्टरी नहीं ले आऊं कि जब भी जाऊं मैं कर सकता हूं, तब तक मैं मैच में ये गेंद इंट्रोड्यूस नहीं करूंगा. और उसको नवजोत सिंह सिद्धू ब्लाइंडली स्टेप आउट होके उसको छक्के पे छक्के मार रहे थे, फिर भी उसने इंट्रोड्यूस नहीं किया क्योंकि he did not feel confident. So I think as a cricketer, we all need to understand if you are working on something, unless you feel extremely confident of introducing that, you should keep on practicing because there is no substitute for hard work and there are no shortcuts available in cricket.
Oh, absolutely. So wonderfully put there by Nilesh sir, that there are no shortcuts in cricket and there is no substitute for hard work. And that is where, after years of hard work, after performing at the club level and at the corporate level, it was Nilesh Kulkarni who made his debut. And as he said, he made his first class debut versus the West Indies, but then that was where he made that start. Nilesh sir, we would request you to share that phase where you made your debut in 94, 95. That is a golden era of Mumbai cricket where you had some fabulous bowlers, Paras Mamre, Salil Ankola, Abhi Kuruvilla, yourself, Sairaj Bhautire, and the batting lineup was a star-studded batting lineup. Of course, Sachin Tendulkar in prime form. So, how was it playing in that era of Mumbai cricket?
I mean, it was brilliant for a debut. जो debut करना चाहता है, उनके लिए this kind of a team just gives you extreme confidence. In fact, I'll just share one very funny incident.
Yes, please.
The entire season, मैंने 3 इनिंग में, फर्स्ट इनिंग में एक भी ओवर नहीं डाला था पूरे सीजन में, and I became the highest wicket taker in that season.
Oh, wow.
So the responsibility was that जब गेंद मिलेगी, अगर विकेट नहीं लोगे तो दूसरा कोई ले लेगा. And the way we used to have that season unfolded was phenomenal because Sachin Tendulkar was our captain and almost 9 out of 10 times he won the toss. तो हमारी लग्जरी ऐसे थी कि फर्स्ट डे पोस्ट लंच फास्ट बॉलर्स कोई भी ऑपोजिशन को ऑल आउट करते थे. वी यूज्ड टू स्टार्ट बैटिंग, हम सब बॉलर्स सोने जाते थे रेस्ट करने के लिए. अगले दिन लंच के बाद तक के टी तक के सेशन में बहुत सारे रन बना चुके होते थे. यूज्ड टू गेट अ चांस टू बोल फ्रॉम दैट एंड पूरे सीजन में एक्सेप्ट 2 games or 3 games हमने सारे गेम्स 2.5 दिन में खत्म किए थे. Such was the dominance of that team because Sachin Tendulkar, Sanjay Manjrekar, Vinod Kambli, Sulakshan Kulkarni, Manoj Joglekar, Amol Muzumdar, we all had Samir Dige, we all had roles to play. तो हमारा bowlers का role comfortable था and for me I was making a debut, so it was lot easier because सारी responsibility senior players ले रहे थे and what you are asked to do, you are going about doing it.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So wonderful to listen to these stories from you. So I just wanted to ask you, what was the discussion that used to happen between the 3-4 fast bowlers and the 2-3 spinners? How would you approach a game?
So it was very easy. 3 fast bowlers always used to say, इनको खत्म करना है, spinners को chance नहीं देना. They came up with those mindsets of going into the match. और अगर बचा तो spinners खत्म कर लेंगे. So my role, that's why I said 3 innings I did not get a chance to bowl in the first innings because fast bowler used to roll them out. वो उनसे अगर छूट पाए तो साइराज बहुतुले आता था. अगर साई से छूट गए तो फिर मुझे गेंद करने का मौका मिलता था. So such was the pressure and the luxury on both account क्योंकि अगर फास्ट बॉलर्स ने छोड़ दिया तो हमें विकेट लेने का मौका मिलता था.
Oh yes, but one honest question which I always wanted to ask Mumbai bowlers of that era, did you feel really happy and relaxed that Sachin Tendulkar, Vinod Kambli and these cricketers were not a part of an opposition team and they were a part of your own team?
Absolutely. I think, see, it's always difficult to bowl to Sanjay Manjrekar and Sachin Tendulkar and Vinod Kambli because they were playing current India players and they were dominating in world stage.
Yes.
So I was happy that I was playing with them and not against them. But what they got into us as a habit, as a practice is, we used to take almost 100, 200 catches, slip catches as to strengthen the cordon. So what practices they brought, what they absorbed at the international level, they started adopting that at Mumbai level. And for us, we were the beneficiaries of it because
Yes.
we learn and understand the perspective. And the good part is the entire season, I think, apart from 1 or 2 catches, we've not dropped any catches in that quarter. And that's how we became match winners as a team. That's how we all started complementing each other. So without saying too many things, they started making sure कि सब लोग मतलब 50-50 थ्रो हर कॉर्डन वाला करता था. 200 minimum catches we used to take in the slips, apart from our regular nets.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Your teammate, former teammate, and your captain at RCF, your wicketkeeper, Mr. Sulakshan Kulkarni wants to say a few words. Yes, Sulu sir, welcome back. Yes,
Yeah.
Yes, Sulu sir.
Prasanna, Nilesh is very humble to say that कि उसको 2-3 मैच में उसने बॉलिंग नहीं मिला, फिर सेकंड इनिंग में उसको बॉलिंग मिलता था. लेकिन मैं आपको एक बहुत अच्छा स्टैटिस्टिक्स बताता हूँ नीलेश के बारे में. फर्स्ट 37 मैचेस में नीलेश के 13 5 विकेट्स ऑल थे, which is a phenomenal record for any cricketer. 13 5 wickets all in 37 matches for 37 matches. अब इसमें ऐसा है कि हमारा अटैक था जो नीलेश ने बोला है कि पारस, एबी एंड सलील एंड साईराज गौतुले, इनके बावजूद नीलेश का ये जो परफॉर्मेंस है 13 5 विकेट्स ऑल, ये फेनोमेनल है. क्योंकि मैं कीपिंग करता था, मुझे मालूम था कि नीलेश को बहुत बार फर्स्ट इनिंग में बॉलिंग नहीं मिला है, लेकिन सेकंड इनिंग में he used to make sure कि he used to get 5 wickets, 5+ wickets, and he was in fact कैप्टन का कॉन्फिडेंस इतना होता था. देखो आप कि जब आदमी को फर्स्ट इनिंग में बॉल ही हाथ में मिलता नहीं है, लेकिन फिर भी नीलेश को सर्टेनली लेता है. उसको मालूम है कि सेकंड इनिंग में he is the bowler who can take 5 wickets, and he has proved it time and again. That is a hallmark of a big player.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So wonderful coming in from a former captain. 13 5 wickets all in the first less than 40 matches, and in total in first class cricket 24 5 wicket hauls for Nilesh Kulkarni. Yes, let's go ahead. Nilesh, so you were talking about the attack, the batting, the bowling of Mumbai team in that. But there's one final which everybody talks about, because of course it was a high scoring final, but also because it was played under lights. Could you share that experience, epic experience of playing at Gwalior versus Delhi, and Mumbai won that match?
What a match and what a season that was.
Yes.
Yes. Like the process of that entire, the journey of that entire season was such a phenomenal thing. In fact, we had 2 big games, quarterfinals and semi-finals. They were very, very tough, especially the semi-final against Madhya Pradesh at Indore was even challenging because Chandrakant Pandit was the captain. And it was on an absolute rank turner where Rajesh Chauhan and Narendra Hirwani were top players, India players playing in that match. So
yes,
the responsibility from that journey to the final was equally important because we really had to fight it out, challenge ourselves, we deserve to be in the final. So that became our good pathway when we reached to final because the entire team was confident. Of course, it was the unknown. Right now, we are all saying about the Corona thing, which is an unknown thing. In those days, in 97, day-night 5-day match was a completely unknown thing because after that match, we used to have about 8 to 10 days gap in the knockouts. And we got only that many days to prepare for the day-night with the new additions. So we had to adapt to new rules which were introduced. After 40 overs, the new ball was optional change. After 50 overs, compulsory change, the white ball. So we just had to get used to a lot of things. How do we play under lights for a longer period of the time? Twilight, how do you adjust yourself? All these things became a complete different perspective for us to start preparing for that match. So for me, before we went into that, I remember Sanjay Manjrekar used to make me stand in the slips and not in the gully. My regular position was in a gully.
Yes.
So Amol Muzumdar और मुझे हमेशा practice करवाते थे Sanjay Manjrekar. And Sanjay used to stand in the slip. So I was always asking कि अरे मैं क्यों? But then he said that you have a reach. And he used to start giving catches जहाँ पे low आते थे. So the preparation was very good. एक ही catch आएगा, लेकिन वो छोड़ना नहीं. And literally एक ही catch आया था and we never dropped it.
Oh, yes.
So
yes, sir.
That match journey, entire thing was fantastic. What a match we had. It was all pressure cooker. I remember Amol Muzumdar saying one incident. Last बैटिंग चल रही थी, अमोल और आई थिंक पारस या कोई तो भी था. उसके वक्त संजय ने मैसेज भेजा था अमोल को. हमारे 600 ऑलमोस्ट हो चुके थे, बट संजय ने मैसेज दिया था 600 भी ये विकेट पे एक्चुअली कंफर्टेबल है कि आई एम नॉट श्योर. चक्कूगिरी, मुंबई का टेक्निकल लैंग्वेज है, चक्कूगिरी मत कर, पुट योर हेड डाउन एंड बैट, बिकॉज जितने रन बनेंगे उतना फायदा होगा. was the message was given by संजय मांजरेकर, and that gave us some realization कि यार 600 भी संजय मांजरेकर अगर बोलता है कि 600 कम है, तो बस we need to start thinking differently as a player, what all, in which way we can contribute.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And Mumbai went on to score 630 runs. Delhi came close. There was a partnership for the third wicket for 300 and more runs between Anshu Dani and Ajay Sharma. But Mumbai won that match. But one spell, Nilesh Kulkarni, if we don't ask you in this episode, our interview will not be complete. मैं सारे players को बताना चाहूँगा, जो हमारे players सुन रहे हैं. Listen to this spell that Nilesh Kulkarni bowled in that final 96-97 at Collier. 74.1 overs. 19 maidens, 143 runs and 4 wickets. अगर आप देखोगे तो 5-day cricket में एक दिन में you're supposed to bowl 90 overs, 80 overs के बाद the new ball is due. But in this format, after 50 overs, you had to change the ball. Nilesh sir, if you could take us through that spell, 74.1 overs and 4 crucial wickets with 19 maiden overs.
I think there's addition to this. On the last day of the match, I started the first over and finished the last over. So
oh, wow.
Non-stop from one end. Because we had two bowlers who were injured. So I had to fill in, and the role and the responsibility was given on my shoulder to make sure that over the wicket, continuous dalna hai. That was the brief given to me by Sanjay Manjrekar and the senior players. The challenge was, because uske pehle din, the fourth day, Delhi did not lose a single wicket.
Yes.
Anshu Dani and Ajay Sharma ka itna bada partnership hua tha. We were trying every possible trick, but we did not get a single wicket. So again, for all our players, the learning is how to be patient. Perseverance is extremely critical in sport, because you will get that one opportunity you should be ready for. You need to be ready to grab that opportunity, which our seniors taught us during our journey. And we knew, because fourth day ke last session mein na, the strategy was to make sure we don't leak too many runs. So last day ke liye kaam aayenge. So I started over the wicket. Fast bowlers started bowling slightly out, and those 40-50 runs became a huge advantage. And in the end, they were the decisive runs when we won the match by that margin, 70 runs.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Mumbai scored 630 and Delhi bowled out for 559. Nilesh sir, is that the maximum that you have been on the field in a first-class game? 219 overs Mumbai bowled?
Yeah, initially, yes. But in later part of night, I experienced that couple of times more. When some of the other players started playing better against Mumbai. And, we faced that. But in 90s, yes, that was the longest I bowled in an innings, apart from one final. But again, that was not one day. Against Punjab in 94. Vikram Rathod and Navjot Singh Sidhu had a very long partnership. So we were toiling for it, but we got them out afterwards quickly, and we finished them, wrapped it up quickly. But that was the longest part.
Oh, yes, absolutely. We spoke about Mumbai cricket, but the debut came to play for India, and it was Nilesh Kulkarni who got a chance to play for India in Colombo versus Sri Lanka, and a world record. First ball wicket in Test cricket. But as we always listen to you, Nilesh sir, that first ball wicket taught you a lot in life, that entire first Test match. If you could share that you share in your talks with the management, students, and with people, if you could share that with our Divyang cricketers, the lessons that first ball wicket and that Test match taught you, Nilesh sir.
Absolutely. I mean, I always share this as an experience, because cricket is such an uncertain game, the uncertainty part. If you're lucky like Nilesh Kulkarni, you will get a wicket on the first ball. And if you're unlucky like Nilesh Kulkarni, in the same inning, you end up bowling 70 odd plus overs without getting a wicket in next 3 days. So that just gives you a complete experience in one match itself. The learnings, the satisfaction, the toil, the perseverance, all those things which you are listening to as part of your management or day-to-day life. I experienced that in my first Test match. So I have no regret. I mean, I enjoyed it because for me, that wicket of the first ball is something nobody can take away from me. And the rest of the things, again, that also nobody can take away from me.
Absolutely.
Because 952 runs का fielding करने के लिए आज के current lot में बहुत, it has to be a 10-day test match. So which is also not going to be possible. Fortunately, those are the two extremities I have experienced in my first test match.
Oh yes, absolutely. It's so nice to talk to you because you bring that perspective to the game and to life, that how life is and how cricket is, and so nice to listen that from you, Nilesh sir. Another test match that we would like to discuss about with you is the Chennai test match versus Australia 2001. India won that series, also India won, but there's another special thing about you. You played a crucial role with the bat in hand, batted for 50 minutes in that test match, and a close, good partnership for the last wicket with your Mumbai teammate Sairaj Gautule.
Absolutely. See, again, I always say in my cricketing journey is always a sensex. It's never a line which is a dependable line. Either I'm there or I'm down. That has been my cricketing journey when I was playing for Mumbai or for India. And in that 2001, सारे क्रिकेटर्स को मैं एक चीज शेयर करना चाहूंगा. वो भी आपको बोलता है कि वो उनको प्रेशर नहीं है, वो सरासर झूठ बोल रहा है. Every cricketer who goes on to field for club match, for a company match, for a first class match, or for India match, you are trying to live up to your own expectations, and that pressure you always carry, and it's always good to have that as a pressure situation, because some jitters in your stomach, थोड़ा प्रेशर होना बहुत ही जरूरी है और बहुत नेचुरल है. मतलब एनीबडी हु टेल्स कि यार ये प्रेशर, हर एक का अपना अपना हैंडल करने का नजरिया अलग होता है, बट प्रेशर यू कैन नॉट रन अवे फ्रॉम. एंड इन दैट टेस्ट मैच आई प्लेड अ डिसेंट पार्ट बाय पुटिंग इट द पार्टनरशिप. बट वन थिंग, प्रसन्ना, वेरी नॉट मेनी पीपल, लॉट ऑफ पीपल मिस आउट ऑन दिस, कि जब समीर दिघे और हरभजन सिंह वो लास्ट पार्टनरशिप कर रहे थे, ड्रेसिंग रूम में सिर्फ एक ही आदमी बचा था, वो मैं था.
I was coming to that question.
और उस वक्त हर प्लेयर इंक्लूडिंग सौरव गांगुली, हमारे कप्तान, मेरे पास आते थे, नीलेश तेरे को ही करना है. मैंने बोला मेरा प्रेशर ऐसे ही बढ़ाया है, ऊपर से तुम आके और बढ़ा रहे हो, तुम जाके सब करके आए हो, एंड यू आर एक्सपेक्टिंग मी. एंड यू नो व्हाट, उस वक्त ना चेन्नई का ड्रेसिंग रूम थोड़ा अलग था. It used to be open. And I could hear people talking directly to me in my ear saying, don't become Maninder Singh again, because in the test match in Chennai in 80s, Maninder was part of that test match where he got out. And I am sitting there thinking कि यार जाके मुझे क्या करना है, and everybody is coming and giving advice. So imagine, pressure was at another level for me in terms of handling. But this is what you live for as a cricketer, one opportunity. And for all my cricketing friends, I would like to share one very, very valuable thing.
Yes.
You should always aspire and look forward to that one opportunity you will get, and make sure you're prepared to grab that opportunity.
Oh yes, absolutely. Wait for that opportunity. Once you get it, grab it and make the most of it. Melissa, you were speaking about, I was going to ask you that you were the one who was waiting in the pavilion, hoping that you don't get to bat. So did you say a thank you to Samir Dighe, who scored 22 not out, and along with
I was the first one to run on the field and hug them. Because उस वक्त मेरे एक पाव का वजन 100 किलो था और दूसरे पाव का वजन 100 किलो था, because of the pressure. Because you don't know what else to do.
Yes.
Just apply the pressure and think about it. The worst part as a cricketer is, that is something which I always say. The toughest part for a cricketer is when you're sitting inside. When you're
yes.
There is no pressure.
Correct.
Either it happens or it doesn't happen. But before going into that moment, the pressure is immense, and you cannot get rid of that thought. And you have to prepare yourself for it.
Oh yes, absolutely. Dilip, just to ask, because our episode is dressing room ki baatein. Any other incident that you would like to share about that series-winning test match, or your celebrations after that particular test match? Because it was one of the most discussed, a historic test series win for India versus Australia.
Absolutely. So the good part is, in my own preparation, I was preparing for a overall series to play, because I had a very good 2 seasons before that. Yes. In that season also, I was doing really well. In my mind, I was preparing to play Mumbai Test and Wankhede. I did not get selected, and we lost that test match. Again, I played Ranji Trophy. Then I was prepared to play the Kolkata in my mind, because I knew that I was doing well and I have a chance. But the way Lakshman, Dravid and Harbhajan turned that Kolkata test match around, when I joined the team, the atmosphere in the dressing room was completely transformed. Everybody felt like, boss, we will try and make sure that, because it was positioned as Steve was last frontier.
Yes.
Because he had won into all the test playing countries except India as a captain. 16 wins on the trot, 16 series, something like that. So it was always looked upon as we should make sure that we don't make that happen. I joined the team, that rubbed on my shoulder, that positivity, that atmosphere which I sunk into a dressing room. Suddenly you feel you become a different player. Suddenly thought process changes when you're part of that positivity in the dressing room. And especially against all odds, Rahul Dravid and Lakshman, the way they batted in that Kolkata test match, and then Harbhajan Singh in that last day finished Australian team, made us all believe. When I walked into the dressing room, I felt that, boss, this is a very positive dressing room. And that is extremely critical, even for a debutant or a comeback player. For me, I just felt I belong there and I can go about doing my job.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Melissa, when you look back at that phase, almost about 20 years back, and that win actually changed the way Indian cricket was. A new captain, Sourav Ganguly. Anything that you could share? How was it to play under a new captain, an aggressive leader, Sourav Ganguly, who led from the front, and it was a different era for Indian cricket after that series win?
Absolutely. I mean, unfortunately, I only played one. By the way, just for your record, in that 97 series, Sourav Ganguly was my room partner. So I shared a room in the hotel for almost 50 days with Sourav Ganguly. So I kind of knew about how Sourav thinks. But when I saw him as a captain, he was a completely different person. He started taking those responsibilities, which I felt as a captain should always take. And that was a great statement. And that changed the Indian cricket perception when they started playing not only in India but overseas also. Sourav was instrumental in leading that as a torchbearer, because the way he made Yuvraj Singh, Kaif, Virendra Sehwag, Harbhajan Singh, Zahir Khan, Ashish Nehra as formidable cricketers, because he empowered them. He allowed them to go out doing that. Even if you fail, it's okay, I'm going to back you. That confidence he was giving to all the players. I think it's a very good quality. And I'm sure हमारे यहाँ पे काफी सारे leadership material वाले लोग भी होंगे. These are the things we should always think about learning, which you can apply whenever you're required. Because empowerment is extremely critical for you as a leader and for you as a player to absorb and accept are two critical things for your individual success as well as your team's success.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So wonderfully put there by Mr. Nilesh Kulkarni, where he says empowerment is so critical in individual success and team success. And so going ahead, that experience that you had, the richness of that experience, sharing the dressing room, being a part of a victorious team, being a part of a champion team. How did that experience help you when you came back to the Mumbai dressing room as a senior cricketer in crucial situations, and also sharing your experiences with youngsters who were coming up when you were a senior by then?
See, it's always been a Mumbai culture to make sure that your youngsters feel comfortable and you handheld them, those in which you believe have ability. I think it's extremely critical that you prepare your next generation who will serve your state cricket or India cricket. And as I said earlier also, if you remember, where Sanjay Manjrekar, Sachin Tendulkar, Vinod Kambli as seniors, because they were senior international cricket, they would make us feel comfortable when we were youngsters. So it became our responsibility when we became seniors. It was our responsibility to make sure the youngsters who come into the dressing room feel comfortable. He believes that he belongs there. And that's the responsibility you have, to make sure that you get the best out of them by analyzing what their strengths and weaknesses are. And that's very critical. In Mumbai cricket, certain things are not part of your manual. Learn as you grow. And these are the things which are not. And the loosely term used across all is the khadus. What is khadus? It's a process which makes you better as a cricketer, as an individual, become more analytical, more understanding. And that process makes you a better cricketer when you start performing at a higher level. The amount of matches you play in Mumbai, right from school cricket to club cricket to company cricket, before you actually get into first class cricket, the exposure you get is phenomenal. And it's important that you gain that confidence as an individual. And that's the culture of Mumbai cricket, and which helped me when I became senior. You know, all the learnings I had from the seniors, even when you're playing for Indian team, I started using them for betterment of development of Mumbai cricket.
Oh, yes, absolutely. You use them. And now when you look back, Nilesh sir, how does it feel to be a part of 5 Ranji Trophy winning teams which you were a part of?
Special, always. I mean, I just feel that we could have achieved more, but unfortunately, we could not. But again, I want to come to this point of about 16 years of my career. I was part of 7 finals. Sorry, 8 finals.
8 finals.
8
5
finals.
wins.
And that's for me is special because 50% of the time I managed to put some role in getting the team to reach to finals. For me, that is satisfying. But the 50% of the time we lost, I learned a lot, which made me realize that I don't want to be that failure side. To make sure I want to be on the winning side. And that part of my journey was very, very special because that learning taught me so much. That failure gave me some understanding to apply it, that I do not make those mistakes and we become on the winning side. Because, you know, there's a saying in Mumbai that, you know, the moment you start your season, first class season, the least expectation they have from you as a team is to win the championship. If you lose in the semi-final, it's a pathetic performance. Vis-a-vis in other state in those days, it used to be semi-final पहुंच गया तो मतलब final जीत ली. But that responsibility you carry on your shoulders of the expectations, right? From officials, people who follow cricket, everywhere you go, even if you go from after the match, after the loss, if you go and play club cricket, अरे यार खराब हार गए यार तुम लोग, would be the first question will be shot at you. यार ये साल तुमसे ये उम्मीद नहीं थी, बहुत खराब परफॉर्मेंस हो गया. To live with those things till actually you start the next season again.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So wonderfully put there. We'll come to that topic as well about the life lessons that cricket has taught you. But before we go on to the next part, listen, you've always said in your interactions where Wankhede Stadium was always a special ground for you because the pitch aided you with your height, the bounce that you could extract. You loved bowling at the Wankhede.
Obviously, I mean, for me, I grew up playing from under 15 days. I grew up playing at Wankhede. So for me, I felt like a home. Add to that advantage, courtesy to Frank Tyson sir, he made me realize, you know, because I'm 6'5", as a bowler, every single left arm spinner would come to me and tell me that you have to flight the ball. For a tall bowler like me, that was never my strength. And it was Frank Tyson who made me understand that, you know, you can think and flip the coin other way around by looking at it. A flight delivery can be your surprise delivery and not your top delivery.
Correct.
And that made me realize what my strength could be. And that's why I always say that Wankhede, because Wankhede has that red soil, which gives you that extra advantage. Along with my height, I started getting extra bounce. And then I started believing in playing with that strength of mine when I played for Mumbai. And I took that to advantage. If I had listened to all the advices I got from some of the senior players of flighting the ball, I wouldn't be half of the cricketer what you saw today after, you know, for 15, 16 years of my career. So it's something, as a cricketer, you will get advices. You have to decide what's good for you, how much is good for you, and how much you can use it to better effect. That analysis, no better person than you yourself can come to terms with.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So wonderfully put there by Nilesh, so that you'll get a lot of advice, but it's your choice how much to take and what to take. You know, Nilesh, sir, we've been speaking about for the last 45 minutes about your bowling, about your wickets, about your performances and all that. But you know, whenever we discuss with cricketers here on Dressing Room Ki Baatein, especially bowlers, they love their batting as well. And for you scored your half century versus Andhra Pradesh, that too at the Wankhede. Any special memories of that, not Nilesh, sir?
I remember one selector after that inning came into me. अच्छा लग रहा होगा ना? So it was a surprise to him that I got 50 in that Ranji Trophy.
Yes.
So see, the best part about cricket is it offers you all these surprises, and you
Yes.
live to experience that on a cricketing field. Obviously, it is special that I never focused on my batting as much. I focused on my bowling and fielding, because I always believe that two departments, nobody should put a point, no, nobody should be able to put a finger on me. Is the two strengths of mine. I'm a decent bowler and I'm a dependable fielder. That means I'm putting myself into the 11, playing 11 as my option number one. Of course, if I work on my batting, if I had some advices from some of the seniors who gave me later on, I may have worked a lot on my batting, could have been better. But I think that's something which I'm happy to live with. But more importantly, I wanted to be that dependable person into two departments out of three.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So wonderfully put. Decent bowler and a dependable fielder. But Nilesh, sir, on that knock, when you scored 54, we hear so many tales about the Mumbai dressing room. Any comment that you got that you would like to share here from a top order batsman after you scored that half century?
Yeah. The first question I got was, how can you get a 50? So I was prepared for it. Prasad has some question, I think.
Yes, Prasad Desai, you want to come in,
No.
Prasad sir?
I would like to share one of my experiences about how passionate we are tailenders about our batting. Once against Maharashtra, Sairaj Bhautule was batting and I got a chance to bat. And Sai was batting 70 plus. And I kept on telling Sai, you don't worry, to Dharmat, I will help you score 100. Okay, so I batted, and Sai punched the ball through the covers, and we were running. And as we crossed each other, Sai, I knew, had crossed his 100 mark, and I punched the air. Okay, and it was over. Well played, and everything happened. Shishir caught hold of me, Shishir Hatangadi. He asked me, मेरे को एक बात बोल. मैंने हाँ बोलना शिशिर, क्या 100 उसका हुआ, तूने ऐसा क्यों किया? So, all these things, passionate about we were, and the camaraderie between us was such that we were happy for each other.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. Nilesh sir, then we spoke about the cricket. After retirement, a different journey started for you, where you had a lot of ideas in mind, and it was your brainchild to launch and start the Indian Institute of Sports Management. Could you share some insights about what made you go in that direction towards sports education?
Well, when I was finishing my cricket, I retired at the age of 33, 34. So I retired early. And I didn't want to continue with Mumbai because I wanted to give an opportunity to youngster, because I felt that I don't have a motivation to go and play for India again. And I didn't want to continue by occupying a Mumbai seat for a youngster who eventually can go and represent India again. So I was actually contemplating of multiple options what to do. The easiest option as we were growing was to get a secured job and work 9 to 5, either in a bank or in a PSU, and survive and have a good life. But I always thought that something I should be contributing back. There was an option of coaching. I don't have that much patience in coaching, so I decided to stay away from it because that's not my strength. And as luck would have it, me and my wife, and it's absolute fact and a true story, when I did not get a chance to get auctioned in IPL, I was frustrated. And I was talking to my wife. I said that Lalit Modi, the then person in charge, offered a contract to a UK-based company to manage and execute event like IPL. So I asked her, how is this possible? I mean, out of a billion plus population, can't we have 200 professionals who will be ready to do these jobs? And the answer was absolutely no. Because there was nothing structured in India, which was a global practice. That, for me, became my second inning motivation post-cricket. And for me, that became my goal. That became my objective, that I can actually think I can do that. Because I knew that I have the capability, the resources, the ability to network and pull the strings together. I always say in my orientation and in my convocation, I have failed multiple times when I introduced that. I made a lot of mistakes, but I learned from it. And what conscious effort I took is not to repeat those mistakes. And that one decision I took to make sure, see, because what happens is that, if you're introducing something which is not common across India. You don't have any reference points.
Correct.
You are entering into an unknown territory. So the learnings you have is on the job. When you do something, then you learn. What I did was I learned and I started applying that. And that became my second passion post-cricket.
Oh yes, absolutely. So wonderfully shared. Nilesh sir, yesterday, that was Saturday, we had an episode with our Divyang cricketers about career options in cricket and sports. So we had former India masher Mr. Ramesh Manikaka and an umpire, former BCCI umpire Vilas Bandudekar sharing the options. So could you just share a few things with our Divyang cricketers, because not everybody can become a cricketer, and there's a life after you retire. So if you can share something, some of the options that some of our Divyang cricketers can look at as an employment opportunity.
Absolutely. For all those cricketers, you know, the difficult part for all of us as cricketers is the day when we have to retire. And apart from golf and I think one other sport, every sports person and the word retired associates with him or her at the age of 35. But your actual life and the journey starts after that to establish yourself, because then you have other responsibilities, pressures, financial pressures, family pressures. So what do you do next? And that's when I personally feel, when we decided to introduce this, you will not believe that we have 80% of our student strength is active sports people.
Wow.
Unfortunately or fortunately, they have decided to pursue their passion and convert that into a profession. In my days when we were retiring, this kind of an option was not available. So my satisfying thing is that this is something you can still continue with, associating with sport as an administrator, as a marketing professional, any other stream, operations guy. You have an option to make a career in your liked and loved field. If you remember, I said that first. I was lucky my parents encouraged. Right now, you have an option to make a career in your liked and loved field. That's that satisfaction I genuinely take with the students I have. I have about almost 140 top nationals and international players, almost 150 plus district and state level players who are pursuing their bachelor's and master's degree at our place. For me, that is extremely satisfying, because they are the ones who will understand what requires to deliver under pressure, even in the workplace. And I believe, I'm a firm believer that, you know, anybody who plays sport knows how to handle pressure and come out, because the critical thinking part in players is extremely high, which helps you address problem-solving situations far better than the regular guys.
Oh yes, Nilesh sir, so absolutely wonderfully put by you, where you said about how being a sportsman helps you become a better person, not only in professional life, but in personal life as well, because you know and you are better at handling pressure. Nilesh sir, when you started your journey from Dombivli, that traveling, that Mumbai life, and the lessons that cricket has taught you, you have a very different perspective towards the word failure. So if you could throw some light on the lessons, the life lessons that the game of cricket has taught you, and your thoughts on the concept of failure, which people think is just a taboo.
Okay, I'll just start with one honest confession to begin with. मैं मराठी मीडियम में सीखा हूँ till 10वीं कक्षा. कॉलेज में इंग्लिश बोलना मुझे डर लगता था. प्रसाद देसाई is witness to that, और सुलक्षण कुलकर्णी. जब मैं पहली बार इंग्लैंड गया था, I could hardly converse, और वो दोनों मेरे साथ थे. मेरा पहला क्लब भी सुलक्षण ने दिलवाया था, और प्रसाद के साथ मैंने वो क्लब के अगेंस्ट बहुत बार खेला है. प्रसाद के रूम में भी मैंने काफी सारी इवनिंग्स बिताए हैं, just to understand and learning. Unless you have an ability to improve, you will not learn and improve. तो मैं चाहता था. So, you know, one of the few lessons which I got, कि even if you make a mistake, it's okay. But the attempt is so important for you that you want to learn, makes the opposition person comfortable. गलती करो, प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, बट आप पहले उनको बताओ मेरे से गलती होगी, मैं इंग्लिश बोलने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. हंसना मत. अगर मैं कहीं गलत जाता हूँ तो मुझे करेक्ट करो, so that I can improve. The moment you start saying that, ना, हमारे यहाँ पे बहुत बार होता है कि हम डर के मारे बात ही नहीं करते. The fear of failure is so bad for us that we always feel, यार नहीं मैं नहीं बोलूंगा, because यार मेरे लिए हंसेंगे लोग. I wanted to break that ice. I was finding it difficult to understand what they were speaking because I came straight from a Marathi medium. But I wanted to learn, so I stayed with the English family. I told them that I want to learn, and that's how you develop. So when you're talking about a failure, it starts the moment you shed off the inhibition and you think about it that you want to improve. Your ability to improve, your ability to learn. And this is something I feel how you look at failure. You know, there is an old saying, आप कैसे किस नजरिए से देखते हो, ग्लास हाफ फुल है कि हाफ एम्प्टी है. The perception of yours is so important. If you think positive and about the learning part from your failures, I'm assuring you, you will be always on the right side of the decision maker even if you make a mistake. Because you know that this has happened and you want to improve upon that. So you will minimize it the next time you go. I have believed one thing, and which I right now almost breathe, that it has evolved over the years. If you know your strength, that's your asset. If you know your weakness, that's your strength. Because in our case, nobody's perfect. But when you know your weakness, you will try and minimize those mistakes because you know you can't achieve that.
True. So wonderfully put, Nilesh, where you said that if you know your weakness, that is your actual strength. So wonderful to talk to Nilesh Kulkarni about cricket, about life, about management, about sports management, about the different career options that you have. But we can just go on and on, but there is a time that we'll have to follow. But Nilesh, just to close our discussion, we have the Divyang cricketers who are today the world champions of PD cricket, or the physically disabled cricket that we call, under the coaching of your former captain Sulakshan Kulkarni. India won the title in England last year. So what would be your advice as an India cricketer and now making so many careers with the youngsters? What would be your advice to all our Divyang cricketers who today are the current world champions?
First of all, congratulations for winning the World Cup. पहली बार आप सभी से फेस टू फेस बात हो रही है. मैंने मेरे विशेष जो रिस्पेक्टेड लोग थे सभी के थ्रू कन्वे किए थे. जब आप जीते थे तभी भी किए थे. But right now I'm getting a chance to compliment you, clap yourself, pat yourself, because you deserve that. And do it yourself by not asking somebody else, because nobody else did it for you. You went and won that for yourself and for your team, and nobody else did it for you. So you deserve that respect and acknowledgement. Most important thing, आप सभी लोगों के लिए एक piece of advice है, जैसे मैंने पहले भी कहा था, shortcuts नहीं है और hard work को कोई substitute नहीं है. Perseverance and patience will always take you at a stage where you aspire to. I was privileged. Once I was very dejected. मतलब इंडियन टीम का 97-98 में जब मैं पार्ट था, मुंबई में एक मैच थी, मुंबई वर्सेस ऑस्ट्रेलिया, जब मैंने 5 विकेट लिए थे और उस दिन मैं इंडियन टीम से ड्रॉप हुआ था आफ्टर टेकिंग 5 विकेट्स फॉर मुंबई अगेंस्ट ऑस्ट्रेलियन टीम. सो मैं बहुत फ्रस्ट्रेटेड था, बहुत ही डिजेक्टेड था. उस दिन शाम को सीसीआई में ना एक फंक्शन था ऑस्ट्रेलियन टीम और मुंबई टीम के लिए. तो आई वाज सिटिंग इन अ कॉर्नर बिकॉज टीम अनाउंस हुई थी. मैं फ्रस्ट्रेट हुआ था, मैं पूरा खलास हो गया था. गावस्कर सर ने देखा कि मैं कोने में बैठा था. गावस्कर सर मेरे पास खुद चल के आए. वो तो बहुत बड़े हैं, बट सी द लेवल ऑफ इंटेंसिटी सीनियर प्लेयर्स हैव. मेरे पास आके बैठे और बोले फ्रस्ट्रेटेड है. बोला हाँ सर, थोड़ा डिसअपॉइंटेड हूँ. नो प्रॉब्लम, एक काम कर देना, knock the door with your performance again. If they can't hear it, knock it louder with your performance. Knock it so loud that they have to make an effort to hear it. In spite of that, if they can't hear it, third time, make sure you break the door. So even if they can't hear it, they bloody well have to see that performance. So that made me believe that the only option and the survival you have is the strength you have to perform every time you get an opportunity. Never ever lose that, because you are great ambassadors for cricket. You are making all of us extremely proud by winning championships. Keep doing that and make full use of the opportunity you get. Believe in your ability.
Oh yes, thank you so much, Nilesh, where you said believe in your ability, patience, perseverance. There is no shortcut to success and there is no substitute to hard work. This coming, as Nilesh Kulkarni sir said in his own words, from a decent bowler and a dependable fielder. But in our books, I think a real rock star, where he shared this time and shared such wonderful information about cricket, about life, and about management education as well, and about what life has taught him as a cricketer in his personal life as well as professional life as well. Nilesh sir, thank you so much for sharing your time with us. It was an absolute joy and a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you very much for all the members of the committee and the players for inviting me. It is such an honor to be here. Unfortunately, I have a complaint to all these guys. Why did you call me after 16? I wanted to be in the first three because I was
Yes,
to come first up. But nevertheless, better late than never. This is my batting order towards the end. So I am part of interaction with you. It is an absolute pleasure to interact with you and share whatever I have learned from cricket and share it with you. Hopefully, it will be useful for you for your future journey as well.
Oh, yes, absolutely, Nilesh sir. And to express the vote of thanks, we'll have your good friend and the Vice President of the AICAPC and a selector of the team, Mr. Prasad Desai, to express the formal vote of thanks. Prasad sir, over to you.
Well, I won't be too formal with Nilesh because he won't like it. Because we've never had a formal relationship when we meet or we ever met. So I'm grateful that Nilesh accepted our invitation at the last moment yesterday. And well, rest is history. The way he spoke so passionately और जैसे अपने मन की बात जो होती है हमेशा अपने बोलिंग में भी एक्सप्रेस करता था. कुछ रोक के नहीं किया उसने. तभी सक्सेस मिला था और जो भी होता है बेधड़क खेला है वो. और एक चीज मैं नीलेश से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि आपकी जो इंस्टीट्यूशन है उससे साथ हम जुड़ना चाहेंगे क्योंकि बच्चों को गाइडेंस मिल जाएगा एंड आपके थ्रू करियर ऑप्शंस भी हमको ओपन करने हैं. मैं एज अ क्रिकेटर नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, एज अ ऑफिस बेरर और व्हाट एवर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आई हैव टेकन, तो उसके मुताबिक आप हमें हेल्प करोगे और जुड़े रहोगे. और मैं सुलक्षण सर को भी थोड़ा रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि कुछ आप बोले और मेरी तरफ से नहीं. और नीलेश, थैंक्स अ टन कि आप आए एंड हमारे साथ आप जुड़े रहेंगे हमेशा के लिए.
मैं एक चीज बिफोर सिलेक्शन कम्स, एक चीज मैं आपसे प्रॉमिस करना चाहता हूँ एंड आई वांट टू रिक्वेस्ट ऑल द कमिटी मेंबर्स कि जब आई वांट टू इनवाइट ऑल ऑफ यू क्रिकेटर्स, please come and share your experience with our students to motivate them and make them realize the values with which you pursue your dream to make a career.
Oh, absolutely. So wonderfully said, Nilesh sir. And I think that will definitely inspire your students to do really well. Yes, sir. Sulukshan sir, if you could come in. Sulu sir, you're there? Yes.
Yes, Nilesh has covered everything. नीलेश ने पूरा हिस्ट्री, ज्योग्राफी सब कुछ कवर किया है क्रिकेट का पूरा. यानी इंडियन क्रिकेट में जो एक मुंबई क्रिकेट का एक रहता है खड़ूस, ये वो सब कुछ उसने किया. हार्डवर्क क्या होता है, हार्डवर्क, परसिवरेंस, पेशेंस, सब क्या होता है, टेम्परामेंट, सब कुछ नीलेश ने बताया. हम लोग एक जर्नी में हम लोग साथ में थे, बहुत साल हम लोग साथ में खेले मुंबई RCF एज यू मेंशन. एक अपने प्लेयर्स के लिए, दिव्यांग प्लेयर्स के लिए एक बहुत अच्छा मैसेज है कि हार्डवर्क पेज द डिविडेंड. और वहां पे शॉर्टकट नहीं है, सक्सेस के लिए कोई शॉर्टकट नहीं है. नीलेश एक ऐसा प्लेयर है इंडियन क्रिकेट में. हम लोग मुंबई क्रिकेट में बेसिकली हम लोग जर्नी बहुत करते हैं, ट्रैवल बहुत करते हैं. तो नीलेश डोंबिवली से ट्रैवल करता था चर्चगेट वानखेड़े स्टेडियम, जो कि अराउंड 2.5 आवर्स की जर्नी है. 2 आवर्स प्रैक्टिस एंड देन अगेन 2 आवर्स. दैट इज ऑलमोस्ट 3.5 आवर्स टू 4 आवर्स जर्नी. एंड एवरी डे नेक्स्ट डे फिर आना है. ये जर्नी करके सक्सेसफुल क्रिकेटर, ये प्लेड 16 इयर्स ऑफ फर्स्ट क्लास क्रिकेट एंड इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट. सो ये जर्नी के लिए हैट्स ऑफ है. और कोई भी अपने दिव्यांग क्रिकेटर्स के लिए बहुत अच्छी बात है सुनने के लिए कि आपको हार्डवर्क करना है, और हार्डवर्क ऐसे होता है आपको इजीली मिलता नहीं है. एंड नीलेश इज वन ऑफ दोज. एंड थैंक यू वेरी मच नीलेश, आपने टाइम स्पेंड किया और आपने बहुत अच्छी बातें बताई. एंड डेफिनेटली बॉयज विल रिमेंबर दैट. थैंक यू वंस अगेन.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Nilesh sir. Once again,
thank
you to you, and thank you to all our listeners for tuning in to our episode of Dressing Room Ki Baatein. Now we meet next weekend on Saturday for the Cricket Academy for Divyang episode on training, and then we meet on Sunday with another cricketer to share his journey of cricket and life as well. Thank you so much. See you next weekend. Thank you so much. Have a great evening and good night.
Thank you, Nilesh.
Thank you guys.
Thank you
Nilesh ji. Thank you.